So now model 5 second chapter will be starting with the web mining technique. Okay? So here in this chapter we'll be studying about so how we are going to analyze the data on the web. So what are the different aspects of mining a data which is generated on the world wide web. So that is why we just call it as a web mining. So here also it is an art and science for discovering patterns, and which are useful in nature, so from the world wide web. Okay? So world wide web is actually the heart of your digital revolution right now. So we know that we can't live without internet nowadays. Okay? So every time we always keep on browsing for the information on the net. So that's the heart of it. Because of that, so it is called as the heart of your digital revolution. Okay? So we always try to search discover a patterns, which is nothing but a sequence of information, useful information out of from the information generated on the world wide web. Okay? So more data is posted on the web every day than there was there on the whole web just 20 years back. Okay? So 20 years back, okay, so it was not that famous as of now. So we have lots trillions of data getting generated on the net on the world wide web. So we have a billions of users are using it every day for a variety of purposes. So it is used for e-commerce, it is used for business communication and many more applications. Okay? So web mining analyzes the data from the web, okay, and it will help us to find the information or patterns, okay, hidden into it, so which will help us to optimize the web content and improve the user experience. Okay, so using, if you try to analyze the data generated on the web, okay, so which will help us to recognize some your information inside it, okay, and so that we can optimize the web content. So whatever content we are putting on the web pages, so that can be optimized by analyzing the information on the web. Okay, so and that will actually it will improve the user experience. Data for web mining is collected via the web crawlers, okay, so web logs and other means. Okay, lots of methods are there to collect the data from the web. So crawlers means like you can have a software code which is moving from one particular system to the other system, collecting the information, okay, of a particular website or like that. Okay, so characteristics of your optimized websites, okay, how you need which website you're calling it as a optimized one. Okay, so where you have a appearance, okay, so it is has having a very good design of a particular website. Okay, so it is well formatted content and is there. It's just like, it is not simply like if I am knowing HTML, I'm just coding something, some information I'm dumping on the web page. Okay, so the information what is presented on the web page is well formatted, so it is easy to scan and navigate, so it is having good color contrast so that your web page is looking attractive. Okay, then content whatever is there, so it is well planned information architecture with useful content. Okay, so always, okay, fresh content, updated contents is always there. Okay, and search engine is always optimized. Okay, so that particular web is always linking to the other good sites. Okay, so you need to have a always, like someday you have put a data on your web page, okay, and for since long time it has not been updated, so nobody will be interested to see that particular content. So always, okay, whenever people are logging on to your web page, okay, so always they need to have a updated data. So search engine always should be optimized, okay, to search, okay, the contents on the web. So on your web pages you should have a links which is again linking to the other good sites. Okay, then functionality, so it web page should be accessible to all the authorized users, so it should load fast. Okay, so it should be in usable form and it should be mobile enabled. Okay, because nowadays we know that, so all the people are not only restricted to using your websites only onto your desktops or your laptops, but people also browse on the mobiles. So whatever contents web pages you are going to develop, okay, so it should also be the same feature, whatever you are observing on a desktop or a laptop should also be available on your mobile. Okay, so you know that mobile screen is very small, okay, but still it should accommodate it in a small screen, so every function should work out. Okay, so you need to enable your web pages even for the developing the on the mobiles also. Okay, So that is giving you the exact same kind of functionality both on laptops, okay, desktops and your mobiles. Okay. So this type of content, okay, we are interested, and structure is of interest to the to ensure the web is easy to use. So if you are going to have those characteristics, so it will be easy for everyone to use. Okay, the analysis of web usage provides, okay, so we, if you are going to analyze what is, how the people are using web usage, so it provides a feedback, okay, on the web content. So it is giving you the feedback on the what is the content on the web and also the consumers browsing habits. Okay, so it, how, if you go to analyze how what basis your web page is being visited by the people, how many people have visited, okay, so what content people are normally visiting for. If you do all the analysis, you get a feedback of your web content, okay, and it will also know that how, what way the consumers are browsing, what are the habits of your consumer. So this data can be of immense for use for professional advertising and even for social engineering. Okay, so which will help you to do the commercial advertisements, okay, and doing the social engineering. You can easily analyze the people, what services they want and all that. Okay, so web could be analyzed for its structure as well as its content. You can analyze that for how structured your web document is and what quality of your data is there on your web pages for the contents of that. Okay, and the usage patterns of web pages could be analyzed, how people are using your web pages. Okay, if you analyze that, so you get into insight of what exactly people want, what are they looking for. All those details can be known by analyzing the usage patterns of the web pages. Okay, so depending on objective, web mining can be divided into three different types. Okay, so web usage mining, web content mining and web structure mining. You are mining the web for its usage. Okay, so how you are checking, you want to check out how people are using your web pages. You are mining the web for content mining, so that means you are mining it for content. So that means you want to get details of what content people are interested in. Okay, so what information they're interested in, how could you modify the information, what information you're putting on so that the people are attracted to it. Okay, and web structure mining, how exactly the web is structured. Okay, so how many links you're going to have, how many if you're clicking on this, which extra good site links it is going to provide it. Okay, so all those, okay, three different ways we're going to mine. So depending on the objective, we are different categories of your mining. So web mining, so web usage mining, web content mining and web structure mining. Okay, so now here we have web mining is divided into web content mining, okay, web structure mining and web usage mining. So web content mining, so you're just taking the mining for the content of the web. So web structure mining, we are mining it for checking out how the links are there, how the web structure of the web page is designed. So web usage, site visits, how many people have used that. Okay, so we just frequency check the frequency of the visits of the web pages there. Okay, so next, web content mining. A website is designed, okay, in the form of your pages, okay, with a distinct URL always. Okay, so every website will have a URL. Okay, a large website may contain thousands of pages. Okay, so these pages and their contents is managed using the specialized software systems called content management system. Okay, so you may have a website which is having thousands of pages. So all those things will be managed by some software called as a content management system. Okay, every page may have text, graphics, audio, video, forms, applications, and many and more kinds of contents, including the user generated contents. Okay, so these are the contents of your web pages. So the websites keep a record of all the requests received for its page, okay, or the URL, including the requesters information you can using cookies. Okay, so any, like we said, web page is having your forms, applications, okay, audio, video, and all that. Whatever people have requested. Okay, so using the cookies, where we try to record the information, what are the kind of requests you have come. Like suppose if you are having some audio and video, okay, so you are uploading your videos on your website, you have created your website. so you are uploading a videos on your website. Okay, so there are some comments which is coming on from your video. Okay, so that comments is telling you that what is the exact the people may be requesting for some new more videos, okay, or any on saying the information or a content of that particular video. Okay, so they may be requesting for many more explanations on a particular topic. Okay, so that is a requirement. So you can know that from where the request is coming, who is requesting, all those things can be recorded. Okay, so the logs of these requests could be analyzed. You can analyze the bunch logs of these requests to measure the popularity of these pages among different segments of your population. So when you analyze, okay, what kind of request is coming for what content, okay, then you know that which segment of your information is more popular. Okay, so that is helping you to more clear the information, present the information in an optimized way. Okay, so the text and application content of the pages could be analyzed for its usage by visit count. So you can check that, okay, how many visits is done for any particular text. Okay, so what people is exactly searching on your web page. Okay, so you may be having lots of information on that. Okay, so I may be putting, like, I may be creating my website, okay, where I'm putting my notes, okay, where I'm putting the textbooks, where I'm putting the videos. Okay, so videos of the classes and all that. Okay, so and the question papers. Okay, so now I may be checking, analyzing, doing a text analysis on my for the content what I am placing on the web page, and find out that what students are more searching. Okay, what by the visit count, what are they listening. I may give a search bar where I'm giving option for the user that, like, what they want, they can search. Okay, now there I will find out that what content is more visited. Okay, so by checking that, we can reform that content in a better manner. Okay, so the pages on a website themselves could be analyzed for quality of content that attracts the most user. Okay, so the pages on the website themselves, it is telling the quality of the content. Like if some people are more attracted to a particular content, so that is saying that it is more having it is having better quality. Okay, suppose if some particular video is more watch more, so that means we can assume that people are liking that more video because obviously the quality is more. Okay, so thus unwanted or unpopular pages in your, if you are having some thousands of pages, just put dumping them there. Okay, so you can do the analysis and take out the unwanted content what people are not visiting at all. Okay, so that is transforming your web page, yeah, more better. Yeah, so similarly more resources can be assigned to keep more popular pages, so more fresh and inviting. So you can, whatever people are visiting, so that what we can do, you can keep on refreshing that, so updating that with a new information. Okay, so next we will go for a, which we have just seen what is your web content mining. Okay, so next type is web structure mining. Yeah, so web content mining is over. Now we will be seeing the web structure mining. So web works through a system of hyperlinks using the hypertext protocol. Yeah, so always your web is working using the hyperlinks, using the hypertext protocol. Okay, any page can create a hyperlink to any other page, so it can be linked to by another page. Okay, if you are having a link from your page, you can link create a reference for the other page, so from there another link can be created. Okay, so this, the intertwined or self-referential nature of a web lends itself to some unique network analytical algorithm. Okay, so that means you are creating the, like you may be having multiple links from one web page to the other web page, other web page to the other web page. Okay, so like that, for all that you can have a network analytical algorithm, so which is analyzing how the links, how the information search, okay, is going from one page to the other page and so on. Okay, so it may have a you need to have a network analytical algorithm for that. Okay, the structure of web pages could also be analyzed to examine the pattern of hyperlinks among the pages. So you can analyze, okay, the structure of pages. Okay, you can analyze how the hyperlinks are there among the pages, what good quality of your links you're going to give, where it is exactly going. Okay, so then basic strategic model for successful website, okay, is hubs and authority. Okay, so hubs on your web page. Okay, so what are hubs on your web page? So there are pages with large number of, okay, when you say hub, any particular page which is having large number of interesting links, okay, so that page you're calling that as a hub. Okay, so hubs and pages authorities is going to make more popular your pages. Okay, so they serve a hub as a hub or gathering point where people visit to access a variety of information. Okay, so that is a hub page. Okay, you may have some page, okay, like you can have a IRCT website, or you can have some government website, okay, so which is giving so many services to the people. Okay, so there you may have a lots of links. Okay, so for lots of information, people is only visiting that particular page, okay, and a particular point they want to click, so they are going to getting a lots of other information. Okay, so that page we are calling it as a hub page or a gathering point, so where many people are going to visit. Okay, so you can see like a web page like a UIDA dot in, I don't remember that. Okay, so for Aadhaar card and all that, you visit to that particular page, so where we get a lot of information. So media sites like yahoo.com or government sites would serve that particular purpose. Okay, so like you can see for Aadhaar card and all, if we visit a particular website, so where we get lots of services. Okay, if you are clicking that particular services, it is leading to many other pages and so on. So more focus sites like traveladvisor.com, elp.com, okay, to that is also providing you the pages which are hub pages. So from there you get links to lot other pages. Okay, like you have IRCT website, so from there you get a booking for your train, booking for your bus, you can also have a booking for your flights, you can book a hotel, you can book a meal. Okay, so lots of links are there on a single page, so that is a hub page. Okay, so then hub is attracting more because lots of information is available on your one particular page. Okay, then authorities. Okay, authorities is ultimately people would gravitate towards the pages that provide the most complete and authoritative information on a particular subject. Okay, so like we may be searching for some information. Okay, you get lots of info. When you give a search engine, you get lots of information. Okay, but sometimes though we have information available, we may not trust that information. Okay, so that because we don't feel it as authoritative information. Okay, so that is not like though information it is giving, but if it is not useful or we cannot trust that, nobody will use that. Okay, if it is authorized information, then definitely people will go through the content of that. So like if I'm searching for something, some technical or any information, so if I'm going to Wikipedia, okay, so Wikipedia is going to give me lots of information there. Okay, so everybody trust Wikipedia there. Okay, so that is a authorities page from where we are getting a useful information. Okay, so because these authoritative will have most number of inbound links from the other website, so which are trusted ones. Okay, so thus mayoclinic.com, okay, would serve as an authoritative page for expert medical opinion. Okay, so if you want any medical opinion, a trusted opinion, okay, because like nowadays if you are having some problem, okay, if you want to search for a solution or a medicine, okay, if you go on net, you get lots of information where people are giving so many opinion, like this can be done, cure with this, you can do this, you can do that and all that. Okay, so you cannot trust all that, you cannot try that on you. Okay, so for that, like mayoclinic.com is one particular website, so where it is giving the expert medical opinion by the expert medical practitioners. Okay, the New York Times, nytimes.com, newyorktimes.com will give a, it is nothing but the authoritative page for a daily news. Okay, so because news also you can see that on the social media we get lots of fake news also is there, we get authoritative news also there, so we always have to trust the authoritative one. Okay, next we finished with web content mining, web structure mining. Now we'll be dealing with the web usage mining. So web usage mining, we want to know how the usage is there, how people are going to use a particular web page. Okay, what are the on average how how the particular web page has been used. Okay, so as a user clicks anywhere on a web page or application, always the any suppose a user is clicking on here, action is recorded. Okay, so that means when he is clicking here, some information is here, so that means people are most interested in this information. We are clicking here, so that is action also is recorded by some entity. Okay, so like that any location on a web page you click, that action is recorded. Okay, so that individual action on a single page itself you click it. Okay, so that is telling you that what content is accessed more. Okay, the browser, that client machine will record the click, and a web server providing the content would also make a record of the pages served and the user activity on those pages. Okay, so we know that at server, whenever we are going to log into a website, okay, at the client only we are clicking it, that click is recorded at the client. Okay, and at that click the server what it is which is providing that information, okay, will also record a page which is served. Okay, so that means both sides it's working, client also is recording a click, so for that respective page which is being served by the server, so it's also recording that particular page will be access. The entities between the client and server, so such as router, proxy, server, adder, two would record that particular click. Okay, so if you're clicking somewhere, one click is going to be recorded at the client, at the router, at the proxy server, at the ad server, everywhere. Okay, so that is, it's counting the usage, how people are going to browse the contents. Okay, so the goal of a web page mining is to extract useful information and patterns from data generated through the web page visits and transaction. Okay, so we want to know how the information is used. Okay, and from that we want to extract a pattern that what people are more interested into it. Okay, the activity data comes from data stored in server access logs, referral logs, agent logs, and client side cookies. Okay, so all these things are we recorded one. So the user characteristic and usage profile are also gathered directly or indirectly with the syndicated data. Okay, now by taking this information of the clicks, you can analyze the user characteristics. Okay, so you can analyze if what kind of information is reading it, what is trying to watch. Okay, so using this you can create a profile of a user, that whether the user is researcher, whether is a medical practitioner, whether is a businessman. Okay, so by using these clicks you are creating the profile of the user and his characteristics, okay, which is gathered directly or indirectly by referring to the syndicated data. Okay, for the metadata such as page attributes, content attribute, and usage data are also gathered. Okay, called along with that, so you are taking the other things. Okay. So now we are going to see what is a web usage mining architecture. So you have a website, so you have visitors, you have users and customers. So next you are creating a web logs or a click stream. So if you are clicking at the client, then that click is recorded, then recorded to the proxy server everywhere. It is recorded by the page which is being served from the server. Okay, then gather and prepare data for analysis. Okay, for all the clicks you gather the information, then after that, okay, you for analyzing the user, okay, how many times the visits was made, so identify the page views, can you also summarize. Okay, so after doing this, okay, then you can mine whatever data generated here using the mine data for patterns. Okay, so for the usage of patterns, user profile, you can create, you can have a web page profile and web, you can see that what are the popular websites which is for any kind of particular content. You can know that which website is popularly giving the right information. So web content could be analyzed at multiple levels. Okay, so multiple levels are going to analyze the web content. So server side analysis would show the relative popularity of web pages access. So those websites could be hubs and authorities. Okay, so web content, your server side analysis also is done, so to know how popularly the web pages are used. So and what are the hubs and authorities. The client side analysis could focus on the usage patterns of the actual content consumed, okay, and created by the user. Okay, so usage pattern could be analyzed using clickstream analysis. Okay, so that is analyzing web activity for patterns of sequence of clicks. Okay, so clickstream analysis can be useful for web activity analysis. Okay, so it will be used for software testing, market research. Okay, analyzing employee productivity and all that. Okay, so if you're clicking on a particular like software testing, okay, can be done like how um, what kind of softwares people are using it, all that stuff. Okay, market research, what kind of products people are using that. Okay, and textual information access on the pages retrieved by user could be analyzed using the text mining technique. So you are using a bag of words techniques to build a text document. Okay, using this with this we have seen in the previous chapter, like how we are going to analyze the text. Okay, on that same technique we are going to apply here by constructing the TDF, and then you are doing a analysis on the text. Okay, then web usage mining has many business application. So web usage mining will help predict user behavior based on the previous learned rules and user profiles. Okay, it will help design cross marketing strategies. You can change the strategies and all that, and then it can help evaluate proportional campaign. So web usage mining could be used to present dynamic information. Okay, to user based on the interest and profile. So any information can be dynamically given based on the user interest and the profile. So this includes targeted online ads and coupons at user group. So based on the user access patterns, okay, you can target for the ads. Okay, so what people are interested in. Okay, what quality product they want to access and all that. Okay, so you have web mining algorithms. Okay, to mine the this thing. Okay, so you have hyperlink induced topic search as a link analysis algorithm that rates the web pages as being hubs or authorities. Okay, so you use this algorithm. Okay, so that is going to rate your web pages. Okay, so whether it is hub or authorities. Okay, so many other hits based algorithms, okay, have also been published. Okay, so the most famous here is a PageRank algorithm. Okay, so this is invented by Google co-founder Larry Page. So this algorithm is used by Google to organize the results of its search function. Okay, so actually the detail of this is not will not be given. Okay, so algorithm determines, okay, the relative importance of any particular web page by counting the number of quality of links to the page. Okay, so it is determining the importance of a page by counting how many times it has visited. Okay, so the website with more number of links and or more links from higher quality websites will be ranked higher. So more number of visits, so you give a higher rank for that. Okay, so it is similarly works in similar way as determining the status of a person in a society of a people. Okay, so normally like a person with a more number of influence, okay, we say okay, he is at a higher rank. Okay, more influential, okay, financially or politically or others ways, so we give him high rank. Like that here also, more number of visits, more higher rank you give. So those with relations to more people or relations to people with of higher status will be recorded high. Similar way, more number of visits we take more. Okay, so PageRank algorithm helps to determine the order of pages listed upon a Google search query. Okay, so which pages are requested more and all that. So it will help determine the way the pages, the order in which the pages are listed. That will also be served by the PageRank algorithm. Okay, the original PageRank algorithm has been updated in many ways. So latest code is kept secret. Okay, so that other people should not be using that particular code. Okay, so other websites cannot take advantage by knowing that how the PageRank algorithm is ranking a particular page. According to that, they are going to modify their pages. So it is kept as secret, but the way how it is ranking a page, hidden details is kept as a secret. Okay, so that the creators of your web pages, creators of the website should not know how it is working. Based on that, they're designing the page so that their pages are getting ranked higher. Okay? So there are many standard elements that remain unchanged. So these elements lead to the principles of your for a good websites. Okay, so whichever it is ranking good, so according to the good design of a web page and all that, so it is making one particular web page more popular. Okay, so this process is also called as a search engine optimization. Okay, so ranking a page, okay, um, following the principles of good websites, so all those things is called as a search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, where a process where we maximize the number of visits to a particular website, ensuring that the site appears high on a list of results returned by a search engine. So that means if you are going to search for a particular information, so which particular website is most searched always, okay, so which is given a high rank, so what we do to do that and all that, that is called as a search engine optimization. So we want to maximize the number of visits to a particular website. Okay, so how to maximize a particular visits? By doing some optimization of a page on that. Okay, and so that we get the higher rank on that, so that is called as a search engine optimization. Okay, so now we can conclude that, okay, so web has growing resources with more content every day, so you need to do have a useful it will give you insights, useful information, okay, by doing a mining on a content mining, usage mining and structure mining. Okay, so which will discover the content what is interested by the consumer and all that. So web structure can help improve traffic to those sites by building authority for the site. So that means that when we do structure mining, we are always interested in searching how many hyperlinks it is having, to which other website is going to link on, all that. It is useful. So authorized websites only we want a link and all that. So if you analyze that, the traffic, how it has to flow and all that, so that can be optimized by doing the web structure mining. So here we complete this chapter on web mining. So next class we'll come up with support victim.